who we've had on the show a couple of times, great motivational speaker, but today we're going to talk a bit about beyond university, because at times, after university, things can be rather hard. And it's interesting how when you're in school, life seems very simple, every time, but you're forgetting some of the responsibility. Every time you're at school and you're telling each other dreams of what you're going to do and all that, it's not as easy as it is when you're seated with the team. And now the team breaks up because exams have been written, end of your semester. Then you realize that it's about you and you alone. Okay? So this here book kind of tells you a bit about what it is like beyond university. Very, very important book, because everybody gets to this point. And then what goes when you're at that point? That's the big question. Vincent, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Right, beyond university, my vision, but let's hear from you.
Beyond university, we are responding to the question, what comes after? Just on that day when you have graduated, the last sentence that I love the most, go well. At that point in time, you are alone, like you've said, with the paper that you just went to get. So now there's you, there's the paper, then you need to work around with both of these two different individuals. Because we can get you and then we'll not even need your paper. Or we can get your paper, then we won't even need you. So you need to find a way to connect the two. Yes. Yeah. So you find that when you are here at the university, life is cool. Because first of all, maybe you're getting the sponsorship, you're getting everything that you need within a phone call or within a message. But when you graduate, your family has other people that they're looking at within your family. Meaning that you have now become an independent person. So all the connections that you are making when you're at the university with your friends, they are family, relatives that they know very well. Maybe a managing director, a director, whatever. Their first focus is to help their relative. So even your connections with them becomes a secondary and not the first priority. So you find that they are now looking for the so-called our own daily request, the jobs. And now because there are no jobs, you have all this headache by yourself. Then you have got all these good memories of when you are at the university. So now we're saying, let's try and fix those good memories that we have at the university with what comes when you graduate in this book, Beyond University. And then, not just that, we have also said, instead of us just giving them a clue of what happens after university, let us also try and see how we can combine those ideas that are likely to be workable for them when they graduate, and then see if they can form employments out there. I'm very excited this time around. You move around, you see so many young ladies coming out with saloons, gentlemen coming out with barbershops, so many artists now, because we believe now, we've now believed that art can pay, and that's why I say thank you to all the artists around the world, and as well as my country, Zambia, because it is a way in which we have understood that if you are a journalist, for example, you need to find a way on how the art in you as a journalist can make you money instead of you waiting for that company to employ you. So that's why we see so many now social media platforms, bloggers, people telling a lot of stuff. You need to tell me to keep quiet. You know I'm talking about.
No, you're talking sense. Well, you talk talking sense.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So where can people get this book?
This book is available with, first of all, Vincent. But those that are outside Lusaka, for example, the Copperstone, they have to contact me short term to phone.
Okay.
Part of the employees, they're selling this as well. In Dola, they will have to contact Elizabeth Kaponda.
Okay.
In Lusaka, they will have to contact me, or they will have to go to Findeko House, 11th floor.
What about the Facebook? The young people on Facebook now.
Yeah, Facebook.
Which is there?
Nguvulu Vincent is the same person that they will have to contact.
Okay.
With numbers, unless you permit me to do so.
No, they can always get those on social media. They're on phone right now. So you just go there, they'll find your number.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, but you are a motivation speaker, and again, I'm glad to be able to see someone, growing, in this industry, and proud to be associated, because, I always love it when somebody is determined. But it's not easy. Whatever field you take up, people think some things people are born to do this. No, they just look like, because they enjoy what they're doing. You're one of those that really enjoys motivation speaking. And it has allowed you, permitted you, to start to travel now and learn from your colleagues and experience new things and be able to add on to whatever you're doing. Some people feel of motivation speakers, there's this one where on social media, this guy is being wrapped up because then they say the motivational speaker was telling his friend that his 2,000 business of chicken started with a feather. Come on, not even an egg.
You know, one thing I'm going to do is, first of all, I will refuse the title of being a motivational speaker.
Okay, what are you?
Now, I think with the certification that was done from Tanzania, I may call myself an international speaker.
International speaker.
I don't want to tell the people that I started my business with one feather. I don't want to tell people that. No, I started my business with one tomato, one onion, and now here I am successful. I don't want to be part of those. That's why I'm no longer a motivational speaker. I refuse. I'm an international speaker.
Okay.
Because in becoming a motivational speaker, you're only comforting people for a certain period of time. And when we stop that motivation part, the sadness or the problems do not end. But when you become an international speaker, that means you're now becoming a transformational speaker. In a way, you're getting to agree to solve people's problems. If I am sad, what is the next thing that we have to do? Listening to motivation, you'll be fine in the next 15 minutes. It's cool. But now, after that 15 minutes, is the situation solved? No. So we are now saying, let us come together. We shift from the so-called everyday being laughed at as motivational speakers. I saw someone even teased us, you know. This gentleman is cycling on a motorbike with a chain on it, pulling a truck and trailer, saying, when you listen to motivational speakers too much, then I'm like, you cannot give people such a hope because nobody is going to do that. So I said, I think it's high time I refuse this title.
Yeah. But you know, at times people just having fun. I think we all appreciate the role that means we need motivation every day. You know, if you can wake up to something positive every day, whether it's beat in a song or just motivational talks, I think it's very, very important. But like you're saying, I think as motivational speakers, what people are really saying is that what next after motivated? And that's the gap that you're feeling.
That's the gap that we're feeling with. Because outside, for example, the same speakers conference that we had, where we had different speakers from different countries that came, and when we gathered there, the question we're looking at is, how do we solve people's problems and not entertain people? Because we all have a different role that we play. Let us leave the entertaining part and the educating part in the entertainment of singing to the musicians. Let us get the solving of the problems that people feel, because at every point in time, people have a different situation that they're feeling, or they have a different feeling that they're feeling. So when it is our time to solve the problem, let's solve the problem. And one of the biggest problems that we looked at in Tanzania was the issue of unemployment and as well as entrepreneurship. So we are saying we can only solve the issue of unemployment through encouraging a lot of entrepreneurship. And that is why, personally, I'm so excited that even our own government today is trying by all means to change the curriculum such that it begins to incorporate ideas from entrepreneurs. Because we have come to believe that one person coming up with a very productive idea can employ 15 people. And in employing 15 people, that particular person is already solving problems for 30 people, because the husband and the wife, for example, sitting in one house, plus the next 5 or 3 of children, meaning that in one person's thought, you're solving about 70 problems for 10 or 15 different families. So we say, what are these common jobs that people can form, even when they have different higher levels of qualifications? And then we looked at the common jobs that people can do. I don't know if you would allow me to go to that.
No. Probably not. But anyway, so just finally, we're back home now, you know, we're in the COVID times, and people are very demotivated. You know, and even as much of the times that I joke about you guys and motivation, we need it now more than ever, because things are not as good, not anybody's fault.
Yeah.
Not the government's fault.
No.
You know, that's just the way it is now.
That's
you know, look at football. In football now, people are trying to go out with European Super League. Because Barcelona is getting broke. Manchester United is in debt. So there's a lot going on. You know, what about just an individual? So we need the likes of people to tell us something in the morning.
Yeah, that's true. But when you're going to talk about football, it's like a lot of us have had our tickets being kicked out. You know, that's just for my colleagues at London. You know, in the afternoon, we had a students' conference at Mansfield University. We were solving the problem today. Why are we seeing so much rise in young people committing suicide? So instead of becoming a motivational speaker, we had people that were motivational speakers and international speakers, and we realized that most of we, the young people, because we are spending so much time online on social media, seeing the success of other people is trying to demotivate our movements to some people. Because they're thinking, how are my colleagues making it? But the moment they leave their house and go outside, they can't find the opportunities that they were seeing on social media. As a result, they are going back inside the house, stressed, confused, angry. The next thing they are planning is, how best can I relieve myself of this pressure? And that's what we are solving today with our colleagues at Madam University. And I'm so very glad that we are heading to the right direction.
We'll be calling you on that one because I really believe that's a very, very big problem that a lot of our young people are facing. Because some people believe all these fake lives that people put across on social media.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
then they are under pressure. So we'll definitely be calling you for that one because I think that we need to divulge that information. There's a lot of young people that are watching this program now. So thanks very much for coming. And again, great book beyond university because these are real issues.
That's true.
Definitely real issues. Chavuma Vincent, we'll be talking to you some other time. Thank you very much for coming through. Now we'll be talking to Mr. Tilo back